Hey guys, Burrsake here, and welcome back to some Gunfire Reborn. Been thinking, we're gonna swap it up. I know we only played one run of the doggy boy, but I do believe since we don't have his extra dual wielding perks that are his last couple, let's head back over to the Crown Prince himself, and let's do a little bit of Crown Prince stuff. I'm thinking we're gonna go to Nightmare. And we're gonna try to do a full elemental build. I'm not gonna try to do explosives, even though I am a explosive man. I do love it very, very much. Tried to do some elemental stuff. See what? You know what? That's a great start. We got some lightning to complement our poison that we naturally have. The only slight issue with this idea, though, is that yeah, we don't have the extra radius for our poison, which kind of sucks. And we also don't have like the super high number of poison. Like normally you'll have a lot more than this just starting out. I believe it's 8 grenades. Maybe I'm wrong about that number. Oh, I thought I froze both of them. I just did not care. He's resistive and aggressive. Oops. Says he doesn't want to use explosives, finds a really good explosive weapon. I don't make the rules, okay? I just obey them. This corporeal realm that we call existence. I don't think we're going to be fighting a boss here, so it doesn't really matter what we do too much. We're obviously going to want our... We're going to want to have a lot more grenades. We're going to want to have a way of buffing them. And I don't know if we want to go explosive damage. Ooh, lucky shot chance after dash is nice. I don't know if we want to go explosive and fire, which is very fun and can make big numbers. Or do we want to go... just vaporize them with miasma route. I'm just like slightly right of this man's head. I just can't shoot him for some reason. My brain is like really scattered today, so I'm just not aiming for whatever reason. Miasma is melting through him pretty good, but like at the same time, unless something has a ton of HP, we should probably just be doing this, right? Corrosive and robust. Honestly, that would have been a great target for that. Go. Check this for ammo. Get past the trap. But yeah, hopefully, come on. We need either corrosive damage or fire damage. There's corrosion damage, energy charge, or energy orb charge. Let's go corrosion damage. Exactly what we wanted. We just gotta hope the game is, continues to be generous. Mortal agile, huh? Oh, hi. Yo, can we put some miasma on this man, please and thank you? What we got here? We have lightning damage. Oh, that's kind of cute. Does extra damage appeal and shock as well? What's the chance of hitting it? 30% chance to deal shock? You know what? Sure. We'll swap over for now. The only thing that's gonna suck is our apply miasma. Our attack rate is going down quite a bit, so we do have to keep that in mind. We are getting quite a bit of more damage just naturally from attacks, but look at the miasma damage. I love it. Let's say, sir, can you stop what you're doing right now? Lose HP, get money. You know what? Why not? Feel like we've been playing halfway decently. ahead and clear this. I do believe this may be the last little bit. I think. Yeah, it definitely is. Food. One thing to note, by the way, is that the arrows fan out at the end of this. So we're getting a little bit of splash damage. Oh my goodness, what the hell? Why did we just unlock like 3 different things? Lightning Enthusiast is amazing. So whenever we inflict shock, we're going to be inflicting it upon ourselves, which is kind of sucky, but we get a lot more lightning damage. So we just need to be careful that we don't murder ourselves. You know what? Sure. It's not great damage, but I think we'll be okay. Oh, I didn't even look at what that was, actually. Oh, recover 1% max HP and 10 ammo whenever you kill an enemy affected by elemental effects. Honestly, pretty dang good. This isn't my favorite weapon. It is pretty decent, though. Okay, this is great. This makes our energy orb apply whatever element we're using, so we get a guaranteed trigger on whatever we want, which is going to be miasma, it looks like. Just the way the cookie's crumbling, really. Yo, so this weapon is actually pretty neat. You can do this, then if you shoot anything through here, any projectile, by the way, so even stuff like this, it'll deal additional damage, so could be pretty dang useful for us, hopefully. We didn't get any buns, which kind of sucks. Okay, lucky shot against Peel and Elemental. Wow, we are really getting some nice stuff here. Hopefully it stays that way. I really just pray we can get our corrosive damage stuff immediately, because the earlier you can get that stuff, the easier life is, really. Okay, we definitely want to clear this room before we go, because there's explosive boys, I think, maybe, that come next. Could be wrong about that. But we do need to be very, very cautious. We are inflicting shock upon ourselves, which is a very, very important thing to note. So we are, you know, danger of getting one shot potentially. Lead where? Oh, there. We should absolutely crush this enemy, by the way. This is an enemy we're very well equipped to handle. We just got to make sure he does not one-shot us, and we will be good. Because we can just afflict so much miasma on him, then just kind of run away from him, and he'll die from the... Oh my god, why did he go... Why you do this? Come on, I want to kill this guy before we pick that up. I'm nervous. He's going to sneak up behind me. Give me the old butt touch. This is going really, really well. I'm happy. Okay. Oh my god, the frickin' slow. We're probably gonna go for the max shield. It's just useful to have. I don't know. It's all pretty good. You know what? Let's go Acidic Explosion. Let's get a little spicy with it. We are gonna want to pick up some defensive options, though, for sure. I'm tempted to throw some money into this weapon. It's not bad at all. Like, we spread elemental effects. If we crit multiple times, we get extra damage, and it does chance for things to explode corrosively. Honestly, sure. I'm gonna commit. It's only $500. We get some extra damage. And we know for a fact we're gonna be using this for at least, like, till the desert, at the very least. I'd be surprised if we found anything better up until that point. Like, look how much we just spread miasma there. That's so good. Man, this gun feels so weird to shoot, though. We are shocked, so we do need to be slightly careful with that. Nice. Okay, that's exactly who we wanted to see in reality, strangely enough. Got to see which way it goes, and we're gonna go the other way. Freeze them just so we can get away from them and deal with these guys for a second, because I don't want these guys to get the better of us. That's really bad. Run away this way. Woo, we're at damage. So we are officially out of nades, which is pretty lame. Run around them this way. Oh, that hurt. He's summoning more friends, which is lame. Oh, we got a nade. We got a nade. All right. Play it right. That was not right. We're in a bad spot. We're in a bad spot. We're in a bad spot. Oh, mama. Just DPS him down. Yeah. Wow. That actually got really, really scary. After swapping weapons, replenish the magazine instantly and get lucky shot chance. That's pretty dang good. I think we're good. I wasn't feeling the vibe there, you know? Just didn't speak to me. Bluff is great. I'm gonna get the double secondary skill though, which is gonna be our grenades. As we are doing, our grenades are gonna be our main way of applying the corrosive debuff. It's gonna be really, really valuable to have additional grenades. Go talk to our boy, the peddler. Ooh, man. Da. I'm gonna do it, but like, don't do what I'm doing, okay? Don't live the life I'm living. Like, just know that this is not the right way to play this at all. I'm doing this thing where I'm just kind of betting that I'm good enough to make it work for long enough that we won't die. Who's alive back there? It says there. Oh, they haven't dropped yet. Because look how slow we are. Like, if an enemy gets onto us, we're just going to die. We're getting a lot more corrosion damage, but we're applying it to ourselves consistently and constantly. So we want anything that's going to give us movement speed. There's more corrosion damage, which is fantastic. I'm nervous. I'm very, very nervous. We could easily throw this away by taking that scroll. The important thing to note, and it's something that I don't do enough, but I'm probably going to make use of this run specifically. That was scary. So if you're not feeling comfortable, will you... I guess we can shoot him in the head this way, actually. So if you're not feeling comfortable, which I'm really not, I'm gonna get a little bit further in here first. And then we're just gonna straight up drop the scroll. We can come back for it, okay? So don't be afraid to do this. There's certain points in the game where you can't come back for scrolls, but during a normal level like this, you certainly can. Don't be afraid to just drop it and come back for it later. Like, it's gonna make you safer because you have all this extra movement speed, and this is a very scary room, and the scary units haven't even spawned yet, so we need to keep that in mind. Okay, we're in a pretty bad spot actually. I want to back it up. I want to back it up and focus fire a few of these enemies. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, I just want to get rid of some of these guys from a distance if we can. These guys are going to be very hard to hit because they're just going to keep moving, but we got time. Like, we have nothing but time. Good enough. Let's get a little closer here. Whoa, I don't like how you're getting so close to me, sir. You're making me nervous. Go ahead and kill this guy. Kill you. This guy's doing a freaking crazy dance move. He's actually just parkouring all over me right now, which I do not appreciate. None of the scary enemies have even spawned yet, by the way, which is very nice for me. The scary enemies in this case are the the long range, like auto-seeking archers. This has explosion radius, rate of fire, mag cap, and lucky shot. That's actually insane. But I said I wasn't going to do that, so I'm specifically going to not use that weapon. Ow, that's exactly the enemy I was scared of. I'm going to specifically not use that weapon, even though I know, you know, we all know that that would be a great weapon to use. Whoa, my goodness, bro. You have changed my perspective in a heartbeat. Okay, I want to do this and focus. I should not have come down here. I know, Fred. I love you too, bud. The cat's like, Dad, don't be stressed. It's okay. Like, I gotta be a little stressed, son. You gotta see the amount of pressure I'm under right now. Miasma through your shield, son. Beautiful. Okay, what do we got here? Damage against fuel and elemental. That's actually really good. Manually reloading grants your next mag 10% extra damage if you achieve at least 40% with your current magazine. That's interesting. Reload speed. This is actually not a bad weapon. I wish I had an elemental effect, but I'm not gonna take it. It's not bad. Go ahead and go with the damage to fuel and elemental effects because, you know, it's awesome. So this is one of the things that I'm gonna say about this run right now, before we get any further, before we think about anything else. The issue with elemental damages in this game is the simple fact that you almost never want to scale them, because they deal insanely great damage by themselves if you can get the elemental combinations off, right? So like, the damage of my weapon doesn't actually really matter. As strange as that sounds, right? Because you're like, well, you know, you always want to deal more damage. But the thing is, miasma does percentage damage. So getting more damage isn't really even doing anything for me. Oh, what an annoying enemy. Holy crap. Whatever, let's just do it this way. Yeah, so getting a lot more damage doesn't really help that much with the elemental, which is kind of unfortunate early in my opinion. Because I wouldn't say that there's not an incentive to get more damage, but it just doesn't really feel all that rewarding to get a ton more. Nice. Luckily that was a very, very easy enemy. Sometimes you can get some really unlucky stuff there. We don't want these weapons, but we do want to look for grenades real quick. Oh, we actually got 3 there. A little 3-fer. Beautiful. We're up to 6 again. I believe 8 is our cap right now with the double we got, so beautiful. We're right there. Oh my goodness gracious. Deal additional 50% extra damage when weapon damage causes an elemental effect. Oh my god. So that's really, really good. Now we want things that can help increase our chances of inflicting elemental effects, which there's plenty of ways of doing so. Lucky shot, stability, lucky shot, damage while on shock. This is not a bad weapon, but the issue is like I'm losing so much damage. Like our weapon already just hits hard. I don't think I want to swap off to something. Oh, a lightning damage explosive one with the I can't not, dude. I know what I said. I know I said no more explosive weapons. But just like take a look at it, you know? How can I say no? To say no to that would be a fool's errand, and I can't, man. I need him to come closer. Oh, I did it before you. No, he got into it. Nice. One thing that's important to note about this weapon that I don't think many people really think about is that you kind of have to aim a little strange with it, because it is a projectile based weapon. And what I mean by that is that it's a projectile. It's not hit scan, so it doesn't arrive at a target instantaneously. You kind of need to fire in the direction they're going, not only the direction they're at. Luckily, he's being a very generous gamer, and he is kind of chilling out for us. Let's go ahead and freeze him. Hit him in the face a few times here. Let him miss his triple. Shoot the box. Wow, he didn't die to the box. I'm kind of surprised. Nice. Got advanced depot. Oh, that's really good. Yo, that's really good too. Hidden treasure is incredible. That means anytime we break something. Oh, new random boss unlocked. As you explore further, the golem awakens. You may encounter the golem at the Eternal Palace. Fantastic. But when we explode stuff, it has a chance to drop money like this. And it can also drop, whatever the hell that stuff is called. I can't even remember right now. Mag cap, accuracy, damage and decay and shock. It's another great weapon, honestly. Not bad at all. Oh my god, extra skill damage. So this is what I was talking about that makes some of these gloves, like this one, OP. This isn't one of the gloves that becomes OP from it, unfortunately, but this is so good, I'm gonna take it. We lose damage, 15%, but the potential in the future is very, very high. I kind of want to get the max shield. It's good for extra tankiness, but I mean, honestly, dude, just go more damage, whatever. Like, if you're playing well enough, you never need to get hit. Says the guy before he gets one shot. We actually have 0 defensives on this run. I know that I left behind the corrosion enthusiast, by the way. I was thinking about it as we were fighting through that level, and I was just like, it's a little too risky. But as you can see, we never have to reload again. We still use ammo, obviously, but it comes out of our stash instead of our main bit. So hopefully we can find one of the weapons that I was talking about that makes this insanely overpowered, and then you will get to see the power. That's what I'm hoping, because we can eat the extra damage potentially that we take from. What are you doing? I don't. You're making me nervous. But we can eat the potential extra damage that we're going to have to take from getting shocked. It is a lot of extra damage, by the way, which is kind of scary. But I think we'll be okay as long as, like I said, we play well. I know I keep using that, which is very funny, all things considered. But, oh my god. Agile and defensive, I'll never kill this man. There we go. He will dodge till the day's end. I know that I'm searching for everything, by the way, but like we kind of need a lot of stuff to make this work how I want this to work. Interesting. A lightning damage Argus with +1 piercing and projectile speed. It's not bad. Is it going to be better than what we have? It's a hard sell. Like, what we have isn't great, and Argus can potentially be good. Chance to fill the mag. It fulfills our lightning damage. The projectile speed is fantastic. Piercing doesn't matter because it already pierces. Honestly, I don't think that's enough upside. Like, I still think we're doing perfectly fine with what we have. We're probably going to be swapping mainly to our explosive weapon here in a second, even though I said we wouldn't. But mainly just because its damage is high enough to support where we're at in the game, whereas our other damage isn't high enough, but it can stack miasma quickly, so, you know, you take the good with the bad, and then it works out in the end. As you can see, not having to reload, pretty dang nice. Let's see if we can get them, catch them sleeping here for a second. We kinda did, we kinda didn't. We're in an awkward spot right now, because, oh, that's really bad. That's one of the awkward spots I was talking about. Crit, burning shock, unequip. Okay. I need to kill that bandit, man, before he really gets a chance to play the game. Those bandits are our biggest weakness right now, because we don't have a good way to handle range. But we can definitely get used and abused by those long-range gamers. That was really scary. Did you see how much damage we took just from that one attack, by the way? Like, that's really where we're at on our risk level, that we can't be making mistakes like that. That was awkward. The fire he threw on the ground actually got in the way there. Man, I can't really see them back there. I kind of hate it. Okay, I think they died. I think we're good. But you can also just see how frickin' slow we are too, which is definitely an issue. So, oh my god, who did that? What the heck was that? Oh my god, the slow. You, the venomous lizard boy. Get out of here. You. I hate it. Y'all are stressing me out. They're stressing me out by being weirdos. They're not playing how I think they should play. Which is everybody's problem in multiplayer games. You should play X, Y, and Z, bro. You don't even know how to play the game. I'll help. So, shut up. I don't want to help. I try my best. I try my best. Don't want the woodpecker, though. No, thank you. Still not what we want. This is really, really good. Ooh, the extra freeze duration is super useful, too. That kind of sucks, man. We have so many things we want that we're in that awkward position. It's like when you go to a buffet. Like, everything at the buffet is gonna look good. The whole point of the buffet is you see everything that you want, you stock up on carbs a little bit too early, and then you don't eat enough to get your money's worth out of it. They know how it works. Like, they're the inventors of the game, man. This is gonna be a hard one for us, just because this room layout, oh, that sucks, is not very conducive to our gameplay style. That man has to die. It's the most important one. You are second on the list here. Okay. Want to get that miasma stacked up. There it is. We're 9 stacks on that. Now we can kind of start dodging around and stuff for a second while that takes him down a wee bit. Be careful because we can't really see what's going on too well. We got it stacked a little bit. I want you to die in the back. Dodge his big attack here. Oh, okay. Now we gotta dip, duck, dive, dodge, and dip, duck, dive, and dodge. In that order, multiple times. Ow. Unlike that, you know, if somebody ever shows you, I don't know where this guy's head is, by the way. I'm not trying to be offensive. He has a massive head. This thing is the size of like mainland China. I just can't hit it for some reason because my aim is that bad. Ooh, another lightning damage with a little bit of prod. The only issue is it doesn't have the extra AoE, which is kind of my thing, you know? It means we can be less accurate and still get away with some of it. So this is a really, really good weapon too. Extra reload, piercing, projectile speed. This is another insanely good weapon. It's very, very tempting. But I'm going to keep what we have for now. If we were later in the game, I would swap to that, though. Giant Slayer. And you're probably asking why. Later on, you can get the specific enchantments that can make weapons share their elemental effects with one another. So we could have both fire and lightning covered and get a triple whammy. But we do not have that ability. Hold on, I have to alt-tab 1 second. Oh, we got alt-tab 2 seconds. I lied. And I'm back. So yeah, if we could share the elements so where we could have all 3 elements active at once, ooh, that's honestly where this character takes off. Once you get to that point, you're living the dream. Like, you've done it. You're at the power point of this character. Till you get there, you're pretty dang sad. So I see you, sir. I mean, I don't know what this guy's doing specifically. He's freaking me out. Like, that guy I kind of get. He was frozen in time. Oh, I heard him. What the heck? Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I'm stuck in the corner. I thought I could get over that, but I couldn't. Oh, that hurts. Alright, bring out the boom booms. Boom boom it up. Get away from me. Freeze, bitch! I don't know why they decided to get all aggro there. Oh man, that's so good. That's so good, but not really with where we're at. Like, you definitely could get away with using it, but it's not incredible. I knew that was gonna happen. Frickin' curved the bullet, man. one of the reasons why I'm telling you, these boys are the most dangerous boys here. Look at that miasma. We want to break, once we break the armor, they're gonna die really, really quickly. I believe this one won't spawn until we get closer. Yeah. You just be careful for the long range snipes. Oh my god. And this guy running at me at the speed of smell, apparently. Also an issue. See you guys. Oh, that's bad. Oh, we got absolutely crushed there. I believe the little side bullet snuck in and did a lot of damage. Like I said, though, those guys are the dangerous ones. Honestly, it really sucks too, because I saw that somebody was flanking us, but I didn't know who it was. If I knew it was going to be this guy specifically, I would have played that way differently. But the shotgunner just came up and kind of hit us right in the booty with the shotty. Did a lot of damage to us. Ooh, what the hell? I'm kind of really surprised he hit me there. Yay. There we go. We really, really played that atrociously and we got punished for it. Extra lucky shot chance. That's pretty dang good. Come on, corrosive. You being a rude dude, game. We'll take the lightning damage since we're using so much lightning. Man, I'm very, very nervous for our future though. We've already used our revive. And as we can see, we're at the point in the game where one-shots are going to happen, especially when we're constantly shocking ourselves. It's scary, man. We should probably take off this extra shock enchantment. So I'll show you my way of doing this one. This one's actually not too bad. Instead of even going close to the traps, you just want to jump along the outside here and avoid these poison balls. This is the only one you can't do that on, so I always tank a little bit of damage. You just move on. So that's the one way out, but there's also a extra additional parkour section over here that if you do, you get a extra chest. So I'm gonna show that off real quick. You come here, you can do normal jumps on all of these. Then you do a dash jump at the apex of your jump here. You leap around this. Oh, you mess it up apparently. Do a little dash at the apex. Jump around to that. I believe you can make this without a dash, but I could be wrong. Then I always take this wide, come around, and then dash into it. And that's how you get this little extra chest on the side here. Ooh, Lone Ranger's great. We're never reloading, so that doesn't matter. So we'll just take Lone Ranger. And you jump over to here, come up to here, and you just jump right out. Then you get to skip that little extra section as well, which is nice. Ooh, that's so good! Extra fire damage, immune to the negative effects of fire. We want that exact same thing, but for lightning. Because right now, this shock is causing us to take so much extra damage. Like, I'm very tempted just to drop it, actually. We'll see. I'm nervous, man. This is another very hard level that you can easily get overwhelmed on. And as you can see, we have snipers in the back. Always looking to ruin your life a little bit. Then take care of those guys from a distance if we can. Careful here not to get hit. I want to see if we can just snipe these guys down maybe. One guy's getting really close. I don't know who it is. We did kill one of the snipers. Oh, that's two snipers down. Oh, and hit that guy in the face. We didn't kill that one. But we did deal a bunch of damage to him. Defensive and aggressive, huh? That's how you're living your life these days? I'm trying to avoid that one sniper back there because he does keep targeting us. Will that get him? That might get him. It did. Nice. I believe that is officially all snipers dead. So we can start moving up a little bit here. Don't apply that effect. Now this is another area where we're just gonna have to be careful for sniper bros. I want to try to hit him with all of our stuff at once. There we go. I believe the sniper has died. And I know I keep mentioning the snipers over and over, but literally that is our biggest threat right now. Like, yeah, we can take damage from other stuff and get killed just being dumb. That's always a possibility. But honestly, other than those snipers, that's the only thing that's going to kill us, quote-unquote, unfairly. Like, I say it's unfair, it's actually fair, but it just doesn't feel fair, right? Because you can't really get out of the way of it. Because even when you do get out of the way, you can still, they can track you around the corner. Which is the main reason why you want to take care of them from so far. Or you don't really want to take care of them far away, but you just want to kill them as quickly as possible. Because the longer they are alive, the greater chance you have of making that one mistake and that bullet curves around the corner. You think you're safe, you stop moving, and you insta-die from it. Had it happen a trillion times, and every single time. It's very, very frustrating. Honestly, the curvy bullet mechanic is probably my least favorite thing in this whole game. And that's saying something, because this game has a lot of stuff that sometimes can seem a little bullcrap. Once you actually learn the mechanics of it, you realize most of it isn't bullcrap and you're just being bad. Which is how a lot of games go, really. But until you learn the in and outs of all the I'd say niche mechanics of enemies, you can end up dying to some really bullcrap feeling stuff. God, I'm so nervous. We gotta swap this weapon soon. We really need immunity to shock. This is another long range one. Honestly, what we should probably do is we should just probably pick up the next elemental sniper we find and just roll with it for a while. Want to kill these guys for they get close to you for, I mean, obvious reasons. Which is not gonna happen, it looks like. But he will die to miasma. I'm just playing this wall very, very, carefully. It's really not even working. I mean, yeah, we are killing stuff, but those snipers are just really causing so many issues, man. I hate them so much. I think, yeah, he's dead. Fantastic. One of the things that I haven't mentioned yet, but you got to be crazy careful with these snipers, because he'll lock onto you around the wall. You'll go to dodge him on that wall. Okay, stop getting so close. There's another sniper I see in the background. Those guys will one-shot you, by the snipers will 100% one-shot you. They usually hit for 200 plus. You have shielding agile. Most of these guys are dying before they can get to us, which is fantastic. I don't know. I don't think we could hit this guy with a nade. We can hit with one of those, though. Yo, nice. When we get back here, there's probably going to be a bunch of enemy spawns, by the way, so just be aware of that. Oh, thank God it wasn't. Nice. So I'm gonna say these tornadoes should dissipate. We can go collect everything. These lightning gloves could be the run saver. Let's see what it says. When reloading or after killing enemy, useless. Rate of fire down. Okay, unfortunately they're useless. But like I said, we have the fuel, or we have the ammo depot, so that has potential to be absolutely insane. Replace all normal with rare. We only have one. See what we get here. Whenever an enemy hits you, release a spike that deals corrosive damage. Sure. It does damage based on your maximum HP and armor/shield combined. So if we were insanely tanky, like that one dog build, you could actually make that pretty dang strong. So this is kind of tempting. Not that great. One of the issues with this, the right click actually doesn't. It deals explosive damage, not electric damage, to my knowledge. I could be wrong, that could have been changed, but in the last iteration I've known of that weapon, that's how it's worked. So I'm very, very iffy on it. We're just going to upgrade this since it's our only weapon we're actually using. We have the other one to apply rapid miasma, but it's not really that important. I'm picking up a little bit of everything. This might be a longer run, but it's because I feel a little behind. I don't feel that strong. So I'm trying to gather every additional resource I can stomach to actually grab. Okay, that man is dead. One less thing to worry about there. We have healing and aggressive. That's just interesting. Sniper's locked onto us. Can you get out of my face? I want to kill those other guys. That sniper... Oh, was that the sniper that hit me? I would assume. We're in a really bad way. These snipers have us in a crossfire here. And this big guy is slowly getting closer. You gotta be really careful. Snipers. Snipers, no sniping. The reality is, most of the time, if we keep moving, we're not going to take damage from the snipers. But it can happen, man. I don't want to have my back to these enemies and they just run up and hit us in the booty for all our life. Okay, the snipers are mostly dead except for this one man. There we go. Ooh, jeez. Alright, we're praying for the headshot corruption, or the headshot drop grenade on enemy. Our last one, it'll give our last perk. It will also allow us to rely a lot less on grenades. Another great thing could be potentially having the grenade thing that allows us to have less damage from enemies. So it wasn't it, but we do get an extra charge of our energy orb, which means more crowd control for enemies. Should mean we end up taking less damage overall. Just for the simple fact that enemies can't really deal or harm us that much. Okay, so we have a parkour section here. Parkour! We're a little slow, but I guess we're not even slow. We're just default speed, which feels really slow. Take your time here. We got a 2-for-1 section coming up. Boop. There we go. Get the bonus chest. Ooh, it's a scroll searcher. Could be good. Oh, that's perfect. When HP is reduced to 0, HP is fixed at 1 for 5 seconds. Killing any enemy during this duration will recover 50 HP and 50 armor, and it's destroyed afterwards. So this actually, since we've already used a revive, this practically gives us another revive, which is right where we want to be. Alright, what do we have here? We have lower dash cooldown. Elite Assassin's great, but I'm going to go the lower dash cooldown because it's just going to give us more survivability. We said that we were struggling with speed, and this kind of helps a little bit in that department. It's not a direct speed increase, but still really nice. Alright, we are on to the Worm Boy. Worm Boy could be bad, but as long as we don't really make a mistake, we should be okay. This is kind of tempting because we do already have a lot of lucky shot, but let's do a little basic math, not hard math. Let's do basic math. So a little bit of lucky shot there, but that's never really gonna come into play. Bye, wife. I love you. You're not going to work yet? Are you going to Juan's to get the tire? Ashley is? Okay. Tell Ashley thank you and I love her. Okay. Okay, that's really good. That's a lot of stress taking off my back. So quick aside. I know we were talking about something. I know if you're watching this, you probably don't give a shit, but I'm gonna just, oh my god, we're 40 minutes in. What am I doing? God, we gotta go faster. I'm so sorry. This is gonna be such a long run. But pretty much one of our tires blew out. We have literally like $0 in the bank, and her best friend just said that she'd pay for it, which is so freaking sweet. Oh my god, that helps my life not suck. 1% lucky shot every 0.5 for 20. So this is 25% lucky shot. This I'm gonna say 0 just because I'm never gonna remember to do that. So we're like at maybe 50% lucky shot realistically. Like, yeah, I know that could be up to 75. There's 15, so we're at what? 25 plus 15. Brain, do math, 40. We're actually really high on lucky shot to the point I'm actually gonna take this. You know what? Normally, I'm not a fan of it, and I'm not really even a fan of it right now, but the lucky shot chance is there. We have extra dash. We can keep this buff up 100%, as long as we aren't super dumb. So the way that I play this boss fight, by the way, is I get a little close to him, and then I wait for him to make his decision on how he wants to play it. Once he chooses a side, then I'll start dashing that direction. But I want him to, you want to see which way he's going to put the maw of his like mouth or whatever. first before you make your decision, because you can very easily make the mistake of thinking he's going to go one way, he goes the other, and you get caught in his attack and he one-shots you. Like, that does happen a lot with this boss. Okay, you're gonna go one way, you're gonna go the other. What are you doing here? Nice, we could get a tiny bit of that there on him. See if I can time this. I kind of did, not really though. Oh, I didn't realize we were still in it. It's pretty bad. There we go, we actually got a good one there. Apply some more miasma. I think it's only gonna be the one. I always do the second jump just in case it's more than one, but... want to apply a little miasma if we can. There we go. Oh, that hit me? Holy crap, I did not think it was going to hit me. What a mistake. Happy we didn't get one shot. That would have been awful. I was about to say, I want to try to time this correctly if I can. There we go. That was so scary. Wow, wow, wow. We almost, like, ate it. We just got Lightless Shield unlocked, though. As you explore further, the Wind God becomes alert. You may meet the Wind God in the Quicksand Pool. So we're unlocking the alternate bosses, by the way. You may have heard me speak about those in the previous videos, and now we're unlocking them. So this is one of the best things in the entire game. I'll read it to you. It says, gain 3 stacks of Lightless Shield every 30 seconds. Each stack blocks 1 attack and is consumed upon activation. You can have 3 stacks of it at a time. So that is 3 hits that aren't going to one-shot us, pretty much. And I'm not doing Dual Edge. Dual Edge is great, but we don't need to take more damage. Oh, there we go. 120% corrosion damage and a critical hit against an enemy. We create a toxic cloud equivalent to the detonated smoke grenade. So this is really good. Each enemy triggers at most once every 3 seconds. So now we can really swap out of our lightning blast. And da 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 da, you know, just da da, da da da. It's just not worth, man. Like, the gun isn't good by any stretch of the imagination, but that's not good either. I just need a better lightning gun at this point. Really, that's what it comes down to. We're going to be dealing a metric booty load of damage, by the way, with our main gun now, because our lucky shot chance is very, very high. Ooh. No, thank you. I don't want any. I'm not buying anything you're selling. Yeah, let's go. Actually, let me check up here for a golden chest, just in case. They do sometimes like to appear up here. Nothing, though, so let's continue on. Wonder who we're going to be fighting. We're a little weak, so I am kind of afraid of getting in over our heads. But I kind of feel like we need to. See, oh, there they are. Like, look how little damage we're dealing in comparison to the enemies. Like, yeah, we have big numbers. That's not a lie whatsoever. But the issue is the enemies are just... they're big number boys now. The damage we're dealing to them is, in the grand scheme of things, isn't actually that much, just because they are in their own right so freaking tanky. Just let him burn down here. Keep stacking the miasma on him. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Elite Lobster is dead. We also unlock Dual Fang. Dual Fang's a really, really good weapon, actually. It might be what we swap to here. So lucky shot chance when you hit an enemy. We don't reload. It has so many bad things going for it, but this allows us to get both fire and decay. Decay isn't important, but the fire is. Oh man, it's not that good. Like, I want it so bad, but it's just, it's not that great. I don't know. I just don't know, Mr. Krabs. I'm gonna take it. And we'll use our other, the gun we've been using. Oh, immune to corrosion. It's so late, but honestly, the extra 25% on top is so good. So if we had Enthusiast still and we actually kept it running the whole time, we would be happy. Because we'd be at 100% extra corrosion damage plus positives from getting corroded, but no negatives. But that's our fault for not trusting the system to give it to us eventually. But you know, you're not guaranteed anything, so. Okay, we are the unluckiest gamers. We didn't get a single fire trigger there, which is hilarious to me. We got one fire trigger. Okay, maybe we shouldn't use it. I swear I normally get a bit luckier with my my percentages there. Let's stay over here while he's over there. He is really scaring me with the God, the extra attack speed we're getting. What did we pick up for that? Did we pick up the attack speed when we... Wait, how are we getting that? Is it a cold scroll? There's one thing specifically where when you inflict something, you get a lot of attack speed. But I'm not seeing us have that. That's interesting. So this is a fire damage illusion, which is very cool. You know what? Screw it. Why not? It's going to be better than that. I mean, it might not, like, legitimately be better than that. But considering that we're kind of at an impasse for what we want... Yo, you guys are being weird. You're freaking me out. We can cause a lot of explosion damage with it. This guy's defensive, by the way. So I know you're like, yo, your damage is awful. Like, you gotta also respect that that guy is defensive. And defensives take a lot less damage, obviously. Yeah, it's pretty good damage. So right now we're looking for a Gemini lightning weapon. That's what we want, 100%. We want Gemini lightning weapon, and then we want to convert both of our weapons to have the same Gemini that states you can inflict both elements with both weapons. Then we want a fire, which we already have acquired, which it's not going to be a long-term weapon probably. It's not really that crazy. So this is actually really good. We get guaranteed lucky shot with this. Like, we get an additional 100%. Has extra crit X, effective range, and accuracy. That's actually not a bad weapon at all. I was totally selling it short, to be real with you. Pretty dang good weapon. But as you can see, the explosive damage is actually pretty dang awesome, yeah? We're going to be able to use this weapon for quite a while. You guys are freaking me out. They're getting so close to me. Don't stand so close to me. We're getting the auto explosives, by the way, via Curse Scroll for that upgrade weapon. Replace normal with rare. We really want the effective range and accuracy. It's very important. The crit X is also just nice to have. Honestly, I think it's just straight up like get an extra level here. So this weapon is going to be 500 to 600 to upgrade. This one's just going to be 600. I don't know if we're really going to be swapping back to that anytime soon, though, so I'm actually going to go for this. I'm very, very, like, on the fence about this weapon. But as long as we headshot people, we drop corrosion at their feet, and then we get constant explosion damage, which is fantastic. No one is denying that. Okay, this is really bad. This is awful. This is not what we wanted at all. Like, we are in... like one of the worst scenarios imaginable right now. Hide. He might teleport up here to us. That would be best case scenario. That Kappa in the back is causing us big grief, so we want to take care of him. This fire aggressive boy is also pretty annoying. I don't know where the elite's under us and behind us, by the way. But as long as we keep an eye on the mini map of what he's doing, we'll be okay. Really abuse this effective range we got here. Yeah, we're dealing a lot less damage because we're not close. Like, obviously it's a shotgun, but that's okay. Stay at a distance. He gets a lot of HP back in this like little form he's doing. So just give him the respect he deserves. Inflict some stuff on him. Refreeze him up. Shoot him in the head a bunch. Should be good. Beautiful. Elite Cap has been killed 3 times, which gives us Enduring Caster. +1 skill damage for every 5 max HP and shield you have. It's pretty dang good. No thank you. Fire damage. No thank you. Oh, we shouldn't have swapped weapons, actually. I keep forgetting that this thing loses some of its power on weapon swap, which kind of sucks. I don't think I want to swap on it, or I don't think I want to upgrade yet. I just want to keep our money. Now we're looking for fire damage increase. Lightning damage is not what we're looking for. Honestly, we're applying smoke grenade to everybody, so we may as well get some extra damage on it or something. I'm sorry this video is going to be long, by the way. That means that if we get to the end, I'm not going to take the polar bear route, just because we're honestly... And there's every chance I just die before we get there. I don't want to make it sound as if like there's 0% chance that we lose or anything like that. Even though we are very strong, there's always a chance you mess it up and die. But yeah, I think if we have the chance to meet Polar Bear Boy, we're probably not going to go and take it. Just because I don't want to keep you guys too long. This is easily going to be an hour. This might be longer. And I'm sorry about that, man. These runs can just get a little long, and you kind of just gotta... You gotta play it by ear, you know? You never really know until you're in the situation how long it's gonna be. You don't want to get grabbed by this man. There's no effect. Honestly, the grab on those guys until you get to higher reincarnation isn't even really threatening. What is threatening is the fact that it holds you still for other enemies to then destroy you. The effective range on this, by the way, is literally the thing that's making this possible to use and not feel trash. Oh, that was bad. Like, if this thing didn't have the effective range, we would not be using this. It has a Gemini. That's gonna have to be good enough. Now we just need to find a way to swap them up. Get a curse, get 30. Get a curse, get 20. Upgrade by 3. So it's weird. Oh, this one already has it. That's so good. So it says weapon 1 and 2 share their elemental advantages, and there's a chance to apply elemental effect from the other weapon. Very, very good. So we don't have immunity to curse scrolls, but we would get more defense from it. So this is actually 35 armor. It's very tempting. I don't think I'm going to do it, though. For the simple fact that curse scrolls actually do have a potential to completely destroy your run. Like, nobody respects curse scrolls enough, in my opinion. Like, when I play with my friends and stuff, they're just like, whatever, just grab it. But curse scrolls can legitimately ruin your run. And maybe I respect them too much. I don't know. Hey, let's see that. I just hope it's not too scary of an enemy. We'll probably be okay, but you know, like I said, give things extra respect, man. There's almost nothing to be lost with respecting your enemy more, and almost everything to lose when you don't put extra respect on your enemy's name. I know that sometimes that can be the wrong play. I'm not like blind to that at all, because there is such a thing as over respecting somebody to the point where you kind of let them get away with like stuff that you normally wouldn't let an enemy get away with. That is definitely a thing, but I don't think we're in that. I don't know where this boss went. Oh, right beside me is where he went. Hi. But yeah, you can just let an enemy get away with way too much. Like, I do know that that is an option. Wow, look at that crit X. 3.9. That's so good. Not what I want, but it is really good. So, yeah, I don't know. You kind of got to balance it a little bit. But I generally like to respect enemies more than disrespect them. Just because you never really know what they're capable of until... Ooh, lightning shard, baby! Let's go! Oh my goodness, that is insane. So we have lightning enthusiast. You inflict shock on enemies and on yourself when you inflict it. You take extra 10% damage, and you have 75% extra lightning damage. But lightning shard says you're immune to the negative effects of shocks. The additive effect is doubled while in shock effect. Incredible. So when we inflict shock on enemies are taking 20% extra, and we have 100% extra lightning damage. Feeling nervous. I'm feeling nervous for some reason. I don't know why yet. I guess the game's probably gonna teach me why I should be nervous. I don't like it, but maybe it will. This is a very fun run right now, by the way. Like, I love shotguns. And just being able to, like, spam them from a distance feels very fun to me. I don't know what's going on back here, sir, but I'm gonna need you to stop what you're doing right now. We really, really want a weapon upgrade, boy, and I see one. I guess I didn't see him, but I saw him on the map, so it works out. This is gonna be so expensive. Hopefully we get it before we spend all of our money. Come on, yas. Okay, beautiful. Now our weapons share the same elemental properties, so we can afflict all 3 elements with one weapon. Exactly. This is the power spike for this character. I don't know. Should we go try bear if we get there? I really want to. That's beautiful, man. Enemies take less, or take more, and deal less. It's like pretty much where we want to be with that one. I don't know where your hitbox is. Your hitbox is. Your hitbox is. Yeah, we're living the life and loving life right now. How much damage we're dealing. It's beautiful. Is it not just glorious? We're afflicting all 3 instantaneously. Oh my god, I love it. I think we might go further here. If we can survive and win. There, like, I know I keep saying that and it seems like we're probably going to at this point, but like, we're still one-shottable. That's one thing that this game will teach you, like, really early on, is you're never above the one-shot level. Like, you can always be one-shot. Honestly, it was one of my biggest complaints with this game when I first started to play, is like, the game will humble you sometimes. They'll be like, I'm invincible, I'm so strong. It's like, yeah, you're strong, but you know what? Enemies don't care how strong you are. They can still murder you if they want to. I don't know where they are. I see them on the mini-map. Glorious. What we got? Recover 40% shield and armor instantly when shield and armor is broken. Incredible. Let's just keep going. I keep going back too often for stuff. So at this point, we know that this is going to be our only weapon. So any chance we get, we should just straight up upgrade it. Like, it no longer matters. Like, this is going to be our weapon for the rest of the game. Unless we found, like, this exact thing, just better. Which is very, very rare. I'm not super happy this is our weapon either, by the way. It is slapping, but it does have the obvious issue of still being a shotgun. So when we want to get its maximum effectiveness, we do need to get a little close to enemies. Like, what you'd really want here is some kind of assault rifle with this same setup. What are you doing? Sir? Oh god, they're so weird. Who is it? Who are you, sir? Well, this could be a replacement potential. It's not. There's one mod specifically. I haven't seen it in a while. Maybe they removed it from the game. I'm not 100%, but it says like you deal more and more damage and have more chance to inflict elemental effects if you don't reload, and it comes with those gloves like 99% of the time. It doesn't come on them 99% of the time, it's just that's the best weapon for them. Specifically the lightning glove, because it can hit multiple enemies if you get a special enchant on it. And you can just like AoE an entire map with it. It's so fun. Magazine is always full, so that's actually incredible. That stops us from buying anything else. So this is another issue right here where we can get one shot. We just got to remember that don't give up when you start to take really, really big damage. Because you have that thing that's going to say like, when you do get into one-shot territory, you're going to stay at 1 health for a little bit. I don't want to swap off this weapon, which kind of sucks because you move pretty slow with these weapons. Even though this isn't a heavy weapon, you still move more slowly than you normally would if you just had your pistol out. Oh, gotta dodge that. That sucks. Be careful here. I don't know when this thing's gonna shoot. Go. Go ahead and skip this so we can get right into combat here. Gotta kill those guys. Those guys are deadly important to die. Oh my, wow, that was close. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. New random. You got the Abyssal Serpent. Beautiful. So we got Stone Skin. Ooh, lower movement speed for 50% chance to negate normal damage. So tempting, but I feel like it'll make us a little too slow. Extra lightning damage, it's not what I wanted. I'm just gonna go with the smoke grenade damage since we spawned them a bunch. I am going, so if you want to, leave right now. I understand, it's already an hour. I'm sorry the episode's so long. I'm gonna start trying to make these more quickly. Or make them quicker, but I'm going to attempt this. If you want to leave, you can. I understand entirely. But I mean, I guess if you've made it this far, you might be interested enough to watch the rest. It's up to you. This is what I'm very nervous about. Oh my god, what a horrible thing to have happen here. They don't die when they die. Fantastic. How did they know my favorite affix on an enemy? One of the things I'm very concerned about here with the final boss is the final boss, while he's in his immune state at the end. Yo, you are so hard to hit, sir. I'm gonna need you to calm down. I believe in his final, like, immune state, he actually does not take elemental effects. And if we are relying on elemental effects, as we are right now, like, how are we going to deal with that, you know? Put too much thought into it, and I don't know if I want to put too much thought into it. Our damage is fantastic with the miasma stacked on top. But like I said, we aren't going to be able to miasma the final boss. That's the main reason why I'm so dang nervous. And there's also the ammo issue mid-fight. Might be okay. You know, just don't think about it. If you didn't like it, don't think about it. Oh, enemies not surviving past their frickin'... past when they should die. What a wonderful feeling. One thing I gotta say, as far as FPS games are concerned, making crit, will reset. So this gets super high critics, which is pretty cool, but not really what I'm looking for. This game actually does help your FPS skills a little bit, especially if you're playing a game with high time to kill like Apex. Just because you kind of got to track enemies while you're shooting at them quite a bit, because things have a lot of health in the higher difficulties. So it can actually help your aim a little bit in that regard, which is pretty cool. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Holy crap. Wow, what a malicious spot for that enemy. I kind of like it. Ooh, luxurious, huh? We're all normal. Our normals are pretty good, actually. Let's go with the luxurious. We got capacity over. I don't want it. Oh, I accidentally swapped. That sucked. I did not mean to do that. It's not that big of a deal. We just lost lucky shot chance. And we should get it back relatively quickly, so I'm not super worried about that. Oh yeah, you can shoot those, by the way. I never do it, but it is a possibility. Better to know than not know. Another upgradey boy up here. We're actually loving, so lightning and fire causes enemies to attack each other, which is giving us a lot of additional crowd control that we didn't have previously. And it's actually kind of making us secret OP. Like, enemies just don't really attack us that often because they aren't focused on us a lot of the time. Scary. I gotta play at a little bit of a distance here, and I really don't want to. There we go. That's what I wanted. I just wanted to make sure those guys died. Excuse me, good sir. Man, our damage is fantastic. Yo, 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 yo. I'm down. They're doing some crazy stuff on me. I don't like it. Starting to get me nervous. I don't even know what's happening in that pile of bullcrap over there. So scared of this guy getting close to me, man. I don't even know why. It's not really that scary, but my brain's like, don't let him get close. Whatever you do, bro, don't let him. See how he stopped mid charge of the bullet there? It just makes our lives a little bit easier. And look, this guy's just AFK. Literally sleeping at the wheel. Oh, wow. Shot that. That would have one-shot me. I would have been so upset. Would have been my fault entirely, but I still would have been upset. Okay. I mean, that's actually pretty good. It's not great, but it's pretty good. The only thing that we want at this point that we won't be able to get because we're too late in the game. We want the full fire here. We don't even have one of them, so we're obviously not going to get it, but it doubles the damage caused by both burning and combustion. Would have been absolutely insane at this point with this build. Like, our damage would have been banana ham sandwich. Since almost every single shot is forcing corruption, or forcing out the combustion, rather. Our damage would just be freaking absurd. The only thing I'm a little scared about is we haven't run into many of the riders yet, and the riders of Rohan are very dangerous if you've ever no, they're pretty scary because they get on you very quickly and they can be very tanky, and if you kill the top enemy, the bottom enemy will still be alive. So like the mount pretty much stays alive even after the main guy's dead there. Use one of our shields of the lightless there, but we get 3 of them. We're still good. Whoa, that hurt. That's another shield of the lightless, but they said we got 3. You know, it's not great, but it is going to make our shotgun damage ever so slightly better from a distance, which is just hilarious to me. You know, one thing I haven't tried to see if a grenade and the headshot thing stack. They shouldn't, since it says it does the equivalent of a grenade. It's kind of hard to tell with the damage numbers, to be 100% honest with you. There's our first rider right there. Gotta hate those guys. They're only super scary if they get close to you, so if you can kill them from a distance, you're fine. But they do tend to sneak up on you a little bit, just because they are very, very quick. And they're very tanky. Sometimes you'll think you've killed them, or like that. Like, look how tanky that is. That's crazy. He wasn't even defensive either. He was just shielding and robust. Which I believe means extra max HP. But he wasn't defensive. If he was defensive, that guy would have almost never died. I'm going to need you to stop what you're doing. Ow, that hit me. Wait, that... Oh, we don't have any Shield of Lightless. How did we lose them all? I didn't even realize. I'll give a bunch of money for stuff at this point. Oh, you know what? 2 extra revives. I'm not gonna do it. We have our... Actually, we only have 1. But at least we got 1. I'm not gonna do it. There is definitely an argument to be made that that's worth it. And I would almost not even deny that it is, because it just gives you extra chances. But mainly, the only time I really want to take that is when I am very high on defensive masteries. But we don't really have any defensive masteries, and I think it's just going to sap our money away. I don't know where this guy's going. Oh, he's immortal robust. That's what he's doing. Let's see. Oh, we killed him. Thank you, friend. Oh, that's kind of cute. Corrosion damage. We don't need that, but that would be kind of cute. At this point, I can't really see the enemies I'm shooting because of all the explosions, by the way, so... the ranged enemies are still extremely scary. Beautiful. Their boy P-Dog selling. Every curse scroll, you get weapon damage and skill damage. We don't have any curse scrolls, so it doesn't. Holy shit. I just got some really good news. Oh, wow. That's almost like cry level worthy of good news right there, boys. But where were we? I honestly don't even remember. I just got some really good news. I'm very I'm not like full relaxed or anything, but man, it takes so much stress off of my plate. I've had so much stress on me for so long at this point, it's kind of disgusting. But enough about my stress and bullshit like that. Let's get back to the game. Got a bunch of monkeys running at us, the mandrill boys. Not really that big of a deal, honestly. I'm kind of just holding left click and praying I don't run out of ammo. That's really the strat here. Oh, you're giving him so much shield. Stop, bro. I think the only way we're gonna lose this is either I could be dumb, very simple way to lose every single time, because you know that is like probably the primary way of losing is just being dumb. You'll die. But the other way that we could lose is if the final boss gets to his last form and we can't kill him fast enough. That's honestly my bigger fear in the grand scheme of things, because I think that's the way more likely thing to happen. Not us not being dumb. We're definitely going to be dumb, but I think we'd have to be extra dumb to die, just because we have the Shield of the Lightless that recharges every 30 seconds. So what? We have 0 stacks right now. If we really wanted to min-max and have 0 chance of dying, between every single engagement, we could just chill out and try to regenerate the Shield of the Lightless stacks. Like, we have all 3 of them again. Now we're feeling great. Oh, they changed it. You can't deal damage to the guy on top anymore until you've killed the main guy, the monkey, or the mandrill. That's actually interesting. It wasn't like that before. You'd kind of get a 2-for-1. Doesn't have an elemental. That's actually a really cool weapon if we were into that kind of thing. It's not a good weapon, but it's definitely interesting. We're never going to swap weapons, so I guess let's just go for this. We don't even really care about the money, but just having it is probably not a bad thing. Man, that is some really good news I just got. That is so freaking nice. Oh. Alright, what do we got? I mean, you have to take whatever it gives you anyway. I guess technically you don't have to take it, but is there even one you could ever say that would be a negative? I'm not sure. Oh, this could be bad. I'm curious though. Untold Effort and Bullet Light? What was that? These ones are always going to be at the bottom because you can't discard them. Lucky Shot chance, but recover consumes spare ammo upon doing a Lucky Shot. We always do Lucky Shot, so that's just extra Lucky Shot, which is really good. Double consumption for double damage. It's meh, you know. Go ahead and upgrade our weapon there. Alright, now we are just down to the not sucking part. Hey, let's watch it. I always like this guy. Absolutely the coolest boss in the game by far. Remember, we don't really have that much defensive other than Shield of the Lightless, so if he gets onto us and triggers all of our Shield of the Lightless, we could be in for some trouble. There's one of them gone already. Let's give it a little bit slow on him. I don't think you can trigger elemental effects on these things either, so we're just doing raw damage. We really do not have very much raw damage, which kind of sucks. Stake. Wow. So our revive attempt is already gone, by the way, if you're curious on that. Oh, we're out of ammo. Oh my god, wait. Do we not have this? Oh, wow. Hold your breath? Yeah, I just got an achievement for that. Well, we used our extra revive, or not our extra revive, but our only chance at dying. And we won. Holy crap, man. Wow, 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 wow. That also unlocks the next difficulty. And this next difficulty is when the game starts to get frickin' banana ham cream sandwich. So I am kind of nervous about it. If we were really smart there, by the way. Very, very small mistake. Didn't end up costing us the game, so it doesn't matter. But if we were smarter, we would have reloaded to get full ammo to get the extra 25% damage from one of our occult scrolls. Reincarnation mode unlocked. So reincarnation mode is the final difficulty, and it goes to 8 levels of reincarnation. I'm just going to not spend this money, and we're gonna use this to unlock a character. Just have some fun with it, you know? Why not? So I'm going to unlock Tao here. And then there's Quan Su, I believe is his name. Oh, wait. But that's level 55. Do we think with 800 we could get to 55? I kind of want to play my boy. Like this pattern I have, or like the lightning going around my thing, is from this. This is for if you clear all 4 acts of with Lei Lu using a sniper on Nightmare or higher. And that includes the final boss, which is the really, really hard one. He's my favorite character, and that's one of the first things I did. So I think if we click this, there isn't like a confirm use. It's just, you're gonna do it. I'm very nervous. Do we think we can get to 55 with 800? Maybe if we purchase all the low-level stuff? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna commit. So let's try with the low-level stuff first. It's up to 35, 35.50. Need 10 more levels. We've already spent 200. It doesn't look like we're going to get there. These are 40s. Everything else is above 40, right? You are now. I'm kind of looking. This is really good. We definitely are going to want that. We're at 50 now. 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. 55, I believe that was the unlock. Fantastic. We don't have enough to buy any of the other stuff. So let's confirm. There we go. Now we've unlocked the other 2 characters that are from the actual level unlocks. Let's go ahead and go over to our friend here. Let's pump a little bit into here. Choose a random talent. Drop an extra sniper rifle. We have fatal current lasts longer. The rest of these are decent, but not super important. So now let's do some specific spending for things that we're gonna want. Crit X for him would be really good. This would be really nice too. Unfortunately, we can't afford it. This is also being good, or this is also really good. It's just a lot of extra money. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go here. So it's a chance of getting an exclusive inscription on weapons, which is really, really good. And obviously, the more chance you can get that is even better. Oh, okay. This has been a roller coaster of emotions. I can't believe we actually ended up winning after we kind of choked in the mid game. We unlocked 2 new characters. I'm going to play through with once on each of those characters, and we're going to try to make it work. Obviously, we're going to try Lightning Boy first, and then we'll go the Kiki Chicken. That's what I like to call him anyway. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry the episode's so long. Like, I can't really make it any less long. I could try to go faster, but the faster you go, the more mistakes you make, and we barely eked out a win there. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you forever. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope your life just goes fantastically, man. I hope the coffee tastes good in the morning. I hope that your bills are paid. I hope less stress is on your life. I really genuinely hope these things for you. And I love you guys so much. Please have a wonderful time, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, like and subscribe and share with a friend if you want. This game's on Steam. It's amazing. Highly suggest it. They're also having a sale right now. I would highly recommend buying this game. You can even try to buy multiple copies if you want to send them to your friends as a little gift. So bye everyone. Have a good one.